Episode 15 of Warning Track Power, the podcast, and I really don't have too much stuff to talk about, but I am going to talk about Chris Sale signing an extension, Max Scherzer reuniting with the Blue Jays, Luis Rengifo signing a contract, Michael Conforto signing a contract, the Padres making some moves, and the Twins' unfortunate injury report on today's episode of Warning Track Power. Let's get into it. I want to start it off here with the Chris Sale extension. He signed a one-year extension with the Braves worth $27 million. That is for the 2027 season, so he will still make his normal amount of money in 2026. The option will go into effect next year. It also features a club option for 2028 worth $30 million if it is exercised, which means the Braves can decide if they want to bring him back for 2028 or not. He instantly slides back in as that ace of the Braves, and then you'll go Strider and Ronaldo Lopez. You likely put Grant Holmes in there, potentially Bryce Elder. Note, Spencer Schwellenbach is on the injured list. I don't remember if he is out for the season or what his deal is. However, he will be on the IL at least for the start of the year. So he will not be in that original starting rotation. He will get added. Schwellenbach's a great pitcher. But all in all, I like this move for Sale and the Braves. And he gets to stay with the Braves. I wish that we, as the Red Sox, did not trade him for Vaughn Grissom. But, other than, it's fine. It's fine. It kind of hurts inside. But, that's fine. It's all right. Chris Sale, extended by the Braves. Now, the other veteran pitcher that I got to talk about here is Max Scherzer reuniting with the Blue Jays, as I spoiled in the intro. Scherzer signs a one-year deal worth $3 million. However, there are $10 million worth of incentives, which make the deal total to $13 million if he hits all of the marks. Now, I doubt that they would go for Scherzer for a long reliever role, and because it's not a minor league contract, he will have to be in the major leagues. There's possibly going to be a six-man rotation getting exercised with Gausman, Cease, Trey Savage, Jose Barrios, Max Scherzer, and Cody Ponce. Or Scherzer's the five starter and Ponce goes to the bullpen. Now, at this point in time, the Fangraphs depth chart for the Blue Jays shows that Scherzer is starting the year on the IL. However, I have not heard anything about that. But either way, I think it's a really low-risk deal for the Blue Jays, low risk for Scherzer, who's entering his age 42 season. So he's gonna pitch, probably. He's future Hall of Famer, so he'll end his career off with the Blue Jays. Most likely this year will be his last. If it's not, that is kind of surprising to me, but then again, it's Max Scherzer, and I wouldn't put it past him to do something crazy. But now we got to talk about Luis Rengifo because he signs with the Milwaukee Brewers. The Brewers needed some infield help after trading Caleb Durbin to the Boston Red Sox. So they signed Luis Rengifo to a one-year deal worth $2 million. It does feature a $1.5 million buyout and a $10 million mutual option for the 2027 season, which is a lot of money for Luis Rengifo. So, yeah, Rengifo's a Brewer. And I say that because Michael Conforto has agreed to a minor league deal with the Chicago Cubs. Now, he does have an invite to spring training camp there, and if his contract is selected by the Cubs, meaning he makes the opening day roster, he will be making $2 million with performance bonuses. However, he's in the minors, then it will just be the standard minor league deal setup. People forget that Michael Conforto with the Dodgers last year, he hit 20 doubles. Now, he was much overshadowed in that lineup with all the superstars that the Dodgers have. I don't know how much playtime he'll get at the Cubs, if any, to be perfectly honest. I don't think he'll get any, which is why I think the minor league deal is gonna what happens with him. But he hit 20 doubles for the Dodgers last year. Like, he wasn't that horrible if you really think about it. So, Michael Conforto is a Cub. Now, the San Diego Padres, I'm going to highlight 3 pitchers that they signed and then one other move that they made. The San Diego Padres signed starting pitchers German Marquez to a 1-year deal worth $1 million, Griffin Canning to a 1-year deal worth $2.5 million, and an option for 2027. And they gave a minor league deal to Walker Buehler, who's going on the other side of that Padres-Dodgers rivalry. They also gave a multi-year extension to their president of baseball operations, AJ Preller. That is all the details that we have now, is that it's a multi-year extension. So that is that for the Padres. And I just have a couple notes on the Twins starting rotation. Joe Ryan is experiencing some lower back tightness and is likely to be removed from the Team USA WBC roster. Do I think that affects Team USA? Not really. Or the Twins, really? Not really either. Pablo Lopez, however, has been diagnosed with a UCL tear. They're saying they're going to do a brace in his arm instead of Tommy John. But he will still be missing the entire season, where then he will go onto a throwing program. And as if things could not get worse for the Twins, I gave their offseason a D minus kind of situation. They're in full rebuild, and it doesn't help when your best pitcher is, or arguably your best pitcher, if he's not your best, he's your number 2, out for the season. So if Joe Ryan is not healthy for opening day, which I assume he will be, if he is not, then you're looking at Bailey Ober as your opening day starting pitcher. Yikes. But that is going to be all for today's episode of Warning Track Power. This was episode 15. And please leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed. I will be putting the last episode, which is the standings predictions, up on the screen, as well as the link to all normal podcast episodes. Also, check out Between the Seams. I got a video up on the Reds rotation as well. And here we are just a few feet short of the fences, but all in on the game. See you next time.